Alaikum students. Today our topic is John Dewey. Firstly, we will discuss life sketch of John Dewey. John Dewey, one of the greatest American modern thinkers, philosophers, and educationists, was born in Vermont in 1859. His father was an ordinary shopkeeper. He was brought up in a rural environment. In 1879, he graduated from Vermont University. He obtained the degree of PhD in philosophy from Johns Hopkins University. He remained a lecturer in the University of Michigan for some time. In 1894, he was appointed head of the philosophy department in the University of Chicago. In 1896, he founded his laboratory school in the university, which was exercised a remarkable influence on the educational theory and practice in America. In this school, he applied and tested his educational philosophy and theories. It was this school which brought him world fame. From 1904 to 1930, he served as a professor of philosophy in education at Columbia University. He died in 1954. Some of his writings are School and Society, Pedagogical Creed, Democracy and Education, The Child and the Curriculum, How We Think, Reconstruction in Philosophy. This was all about John Dewey's life sketch. Now, let's discuss educational philosophy in a concept of education given by John Dewey. In the words of John Dewey, education is the development of all those capacities in the individual which will enable him to control his environment and fulfill his possibilities. This definition implies that education has two important sides, the psychological and the sociological. The psychological side is the base of education. It includes the study of the child, his instincts and innate powers. The child is starting point of all education. The sociological side is equally important and emphasizes the need of the social conditions in which the child is to live and grow for the society to which he belongs. To John Dewey, all education proceeds by preparation of the individual in the social consciousness of the race. Now let's discuss functions of education. Functions of education इसमें फर्स्ट आता है education as life. Dewey emphasized that education is necessity of life. Education is life itself and not preparation for life. Life is byproduct of activities and education is born out of these activities. Number second इसमें आता है education as growth. Education is the process of growth. Growth is the real function of education. According to John Dewey, education should enable the individual to grow to maximum. The words of John Dewey are growth, unlimited, and illimitable is the objective of education. The end of education is more growth and still more growth. It is the duty of the teacher to facilitate the process of proper growth. Third, education as social efficiency. On the sociological side, we regards education as a socializing agent. Education is the social continuity of life. Man is a social animal, and through education he develops reasoning and social relations. Fourth, इसमें आता है education as continuous reconstruction of experiences. According to John Dewey, education is the process by living through continuous reconstruction of experiences. Education by experience, for experience, and of experience. Experience is the only source of knowledge. One experience leads to further experiences. Now let's discuss aims of education. According to John Dewey, aims of education may be classified into two categories: proximate aim and ultimate aim. Proximate aim Proximate aim of education may be classified as proper adjustment, rich and better life. Ultimate aim. Proximate aim of education इसमें आता है proper adjustment. The main problem before any human being is the problem of adjustment. According to Dewey, education should enable the child to understand and master the social events and affairs and help him in making adjustment and manipulating the environment. Number second, rich and better present life. Education should develop in the child the qualities of head and heart which will enable him to make present life of the child richer, better and abundant for successful creation of values and maintaining progress. Ultimate aim. John Dewey. The ultimate aim of uh, all educative process is growth, more growth, and still more growth. In the words of John Dewey, education means the enterprising of supplying the conditions which ensure growth of advocacy of life. Now let us discuss curriculum recommended by John Dewey. In curriculum, Dewey stress the following. Number one इसमें आता है principle of utility. Dewey states that curriculum imposed on the child must have some utility. Those subjects should be included in the curriculum which are useful in solving human problems and facing life situations. He himself said, man's fundamental common concerns center about food, shelter, clothing, household furnishing, and the appliances commanded with production, exchange, and consumption. Second इसमें आता है principle of flexibility. According to Dewey, it is better for curriculum to be flexible and not predetermined and rigid. It must be capable of accommodating the changes in the child interests and inclinations and should be in accordance with the social requirements. The curriculum of elementary school will be different from that of secondary school. Davy asserted that curriculum at the elementary school should be based on fivefold needs and interests of the child, which are conservation, communicating, inquiry and finding out things. Fourth, construction. Fifth, artistic expression. Third इसमें आता है principle of child's experience. The curriculum should be related to the child's contemporary experience. The curriculum should be so organized that it should enrich the experiences already occurred and add new experiences and ideas to existing ones. इसके बाद आता है fifth. Fourth, the principle of correlation. Davis stated that different subjects of the curriculum should be correlated and they should be presented in an integrated manner. अब हम डिस्कस करेंगे methods of teaching recommended by John Dewey. Principle of child's interest. इसका first step आता है. According to John Dewey, child is the center of education and it is his interest and faculty that matter most. The interest of the child should be aroused towards new subjects. Second आता है principle of learning through activity. Davy asserted that learning takes place through purposeful activity and actual life experiences. Third, emphasis on self-education, play and creative self-expressions. Davy emphasized on self-education, play and creative self-expression. Davis stated that every child learns in his own way, so he emphasizes self-education in his methods of teaching. Fourth इसमें आता है project and problem method. The most important methods of John Dewey are the project method and problem method, which lay emphasis on the people's purposes, needs, interests, and self-activity. Project method implies all principles and fulfill all conditions of good learning process. Project is a purposeful activity proceeding in a social environment. Now let us discuss discipline recommended by John Dewey. Dewey stressed on social discipline. Dewey laid stress on social discipline, which should be in social manner. He was of the view that the individual capabilities of the child can develop properly only in the society. Hence, his conduct and discipline should be developed while keeping in view the requirements of the society. Now, role of teacher recommended by John Dewey. Dewey gave an important place to teacher in education. His duty is to supervise and guide the educative activities of the children and to secure the maximum development in the social atmosphere. He is to lay foundation of good social life with the sympathetic behavior and direct contact with people. This was all about this educational thinker John Dewey. In next class, we will discuss the next unit. We have finished this unit, educational thinker. In next class, we will discuss human growth and development.